Hi, Joan. All
All
right,
right.
then we'll go ahead and get started. So we're gonna be doing a lot of different total body stuff today, mixing it up a little bit, but we are be doing 40, we're doing 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. We're gonna go through 4 times. We have 4 movements today. You will need a set of dumbbells. I always do recommend two, just in case. A heavier one and a lighter one, so that way you can drop down if your form feels funky, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can pick up those heavier ones for the first 2 rounds. So for the first movement here, we're going to do squat to press with a twist. So we're going to have our feet hip width apart. We're going to go down into our squat here, but we're going to do 3 pulses. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then come and stand up into the press. So again, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then press up. So that's gonna be the first movement. And then second movement, we're gonna do an RDL with a row at the bottom. So feet hip width apart, push those hips back. And then when we're at the bottom, pull those elbows up past our torso, and then we'll stand back up. So we're gonna push those hips back, RDL, do the nice row, and then stand back up. So that's second movement there. And then the third movement here, we're gonna do some side raises with a little bit of a twist. So for our side raises here today, we're gonna do one arm at a time, but the other arm is going to be straight out to the side. So we're gonna go up, then you're gonna go down and up while you're holding your other arm up. So we're gonna hold at the top, moving one at a time. So that is the third one there. And then finally, we're gonna do curtsy lunges here. So these ones we're just gonna alternate normally here. So stepping back, behind, and diagonal, going down into the squat, and then alternating legs there. Keeping those hips forward, pushing the whole foot through the ground. So that is going to be our full circuit for today. So we can go ahead and get started with our warm up here. We're going to bring well, we're actually not going to actually fully go into the ground. So what we're going to do, we're going to do some deep squats here. So we're going to push our hips back into the forward fold. We're going to grab onto our toes. From here, we're going to bring those glutes down towards the ground while still grabbing onto the toes. We're going to hold here for a second. And then we're going to stand on up and go right back down into that deep squat, getting down as low as we can. Squeezing the glutes coming up. Let's go ahead and do 2 more here, getting as low as we can. Stretching out our hips and then getting a nice hamstring stretch as we stand up. And last one here, hips to the ground. You can even rock side to side if that feels good. And then let's go ahead and squeeze the glutes and stand all the way up. All right, and then last part of our warm up here, let's go ahead and push our hips back again, bring our hands to the ground. So walk those hands out into our plank position here. So we're in that high plank. And we're gonna exhale, push ourselves up into down dog, really poking our head between our arms. Start to pedal our feet into the ground, getting a good calf stretch here. And let's go ahead and go back to plank. And let's go ahead and go one more time up, glutes to the air or ceiling. Big deep breath. Let's go ahead and walk our hands back towards our feet. You can hang out there. And that forward fold, get a little extra hamstring stretch. And then we can go ahead and squeeze those glutes. Stand on up. And now we are ready to go ahead and get started. So again, we're doing 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, 4 rounds through, starting with our squat to press with those 3 pulses. All right, getting our dumbbells ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. So we got our dumbbells on our shoulders, feet hip width apart, squatting down, going 1, 2, 3. On the third, we're pressing up. So staying nice and low. Keep breathing. Whole foot on the ground, pushing the ground away from us. Still keeping that core nice and tight. Great job, y'all. Keep pushing. We're almost there. Get a few more pulses in. We're doing 3 pulses. Back to the top 3, 2, 1. All right, up next, we have RDLs into the row. So we're gonna push those hips back like we're closing a door, and we're gonna row at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Hips going back, dumbbells staying as close to our legs as we can. We're keeping our shoulder blades pulled together. Palms face each other as we pull the dumbbells towards the butt and squeezing the glutes standing back up. Keep our breath equal here, really squeezing through our armpits here, really focusing on that squeeze as we row the dumbbells up. Pushing those hips back. 3, 2, 1. All right, next up, we have our side raises with the hold. So we're gonna hold one arm out to the side, going down and back up. 3, 2, 1. So start with both your hands up. One arm at a time is gonna go down and then back up. So we're holding with one arm as our other arm is moving. Making sure that our core is tight, our back is flat, pinkies and our elbows. We're driving with the elbows. If you pretend like you have a sheet of glass that's in line with your shoulders, you're gonna break that glass with your elbow. So elbows driving up, shoulders are away from the ears. 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, last thing, we have our curtsy lunges. We're just gonna alternate each side, and then we're gonna start at the top with our squat pulses to press. 3, 2, 1. So we're stepping back and behind, hips facing the camera. We got headlights on our hips. We're blinding the camera here. Pushing with our whole foot, heel, big toe, little toe. Standing all the way up. Squeezing through the glutes, keeping our pelvis tucked, our core is flat, back is flat because our core is tight. Mix those words up. Letting the knee track past the second toe, keep pushing. Use those legs, try and get as many in as you can. 3, 2, 1. All right, we got about 15 seconds. Now we're starting at the top with our squat pulses into our press. So 3 pulses and then pressing above head. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 3, press. Still being explosive with this movement. Knees are going past the second toe, pushing the ground away from us. Great job, everyone. Keep pushing the ground away from us. Being explosive in that press, keeping that core tight. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, up next. RDL into the row. Getting those hips back. Pulling those dumbbells towards our butt. 3, 2, 1. So we're pushing, that door closed. Then we're rowing, coming right back up. So we're cracking that egg between our shoulder blades the whole time to keep our upper back nice and flat. When we come down to the bottom, squeezing through the armpit. So we're squeezing through the back of the armpit here. Those are our lats. It's going to help us with posture. So the more we squeeze through there, that's where we want to focus with these rows. So we're building that upper back. We're going to get some nice posture going here. Making sure we're squeezing on the way up. 3, 2, 1. All right, next up, we got side raises. So we're holding at the top, one arm at a time. So we're getting some isometric holds in here. 3, 2, 1. So elbows are driving up, pinkies up towards the ceiling. Our shoulder blades should still be cracking that egg. So if you see from this angle, my back is still nice and flat. I'm driving with my elbow and with my pinkies here. Great job. I know these are tough. Did already do lateral raises this morning. Might not have been a smart move on my end, but that's okay. We all know I love training shoulders. 3, 2, 1. All right. Whew. Shake those arms out. Up next, we have our curtsy lunges. And then after that, we only got 2 more rounds to go, and then we'll cool down. 3, 2, 1. So we're stepping back and behind, pushing the ground away from us. Whole foot, heel, big toe, little toe. Lining the camera with those headlights. All of our weight is on the front foot. Keep pushing, doing awesome, everyone. Stepping back and diagonal. We're loading the front leg. So all of the weight is in that front leg. Our back leg is not doing the work. So chest directly over the arch of our front foot. 3, 2, 1. All right. We're halfway done. We got 2 more rounds to go. Whew. And then we'll cool down. All right, squat to press. 3, 2, 1. We're pulsing 3 times at the bottom. Pressing on the third one. So 1, 2, 3, pushing on up. Keeping our whole foot on the ground, pushing the ground away from us. Great job. Keep pushing. Legs are probably starting to feel it by now. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh man, my legs are dead. All right, we only got to do 1 more of those. We're good. All right, we got RDL into the row. 3, 2, 1. Hips back. Squeezing through our armpits. Working on that upper back. We're pushing our butt back. Our chin is tucked. We're looking at the ground. Squeezing the glutes as we come up. Keeping those palms facing each other as we row. So we got neutral grip on the row. So palms face each other at the bottom of the RDL, pulling those dumbbells towards the butt. 3, 2, 1. All right, next up, we got those side raises, holding them at the top. We're gonna get a good pump in today. Shoulders are gonna be popping. 3, 2, 1. We're getting those arms ready for summertime, even though it's not that warm outside right now. But we all know it's gonna be way hotter in September and October than it is in July. So we still got time to get ready. Hopefully we're all in that summer shred step challenge. We're gonna burn some calories. We're gonna walk it off. Getting that movement in all throughout the day. ready to get ready for the summer / fall. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, that's not getting any easier. Y'all are doing awesome. We got curtsy lunges. Now we got one more round, and then we will cool down. 3, 2, 1. Stepping back and behind, hips blinding me. Blind me with your headlights on your hips today. All of the weight is in our front foot. You really are not feeling it in your glutes or in the front foot, you can always drop that weight, place your hands on the glutes, make sure you feel them firing as we stand up. Say this every time, every class, every week. We got to focus on the intent of the movement here. So our intent, we're using our legs, our glutes, our front leg primarily. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last round. Squats or press with our 3 pulses. These first. Last one. 3, 2, 1. So keeping that pelvis tucked forward nice and tight. We're only going as low as we can with perfect form. So if you get all the way to the bottom and your pelvis is tucking under you, you got a rounded back, don't go down as far. If you aren't sure if you're going down far enough or too far, you can always turn your camera on, ask me to take a look, or you can schedule a consult with myself, Brittany, or Luis, and you can get form checks there. 3, 2, 1. All right. Up next, RDL into the row. So we're pushing those hips back, squeezing the glutes, coming back up. 3, 2, 1. Hips back, pulling those dumbbells towards our butt, squeezing the glutes, coming back up. Great job, everyone. Really keeping our whole back nice and flat. So we're tucking that pelvis. So if you want to imagine bringing your hips towards your belly button and then keeping that core engaged, we're cracking the egg in between our shoulder blades, and then we're pulling, squeezing through the armpits. 3, 2, 1. All right, 2 more movements here. We got our side raises with the hold, and then we've got curtsy lunges, and then we're gonna cool down. 3, 2, 1. Arms out to the side, breaking that glass at our shoulders with our elbows. Try and keep those arms in line with the shoulders. I know it can be tough. The more we do these, if you move nice and slow, again, intent, we are focusing on using our medial deltoid, which is the part of your shoulder. So if you see someone that's pretty strong, you can see they have a little cap on their shoulder. This is what that is. So it's going to be the outside part of the delt right here. So we're squeezing right there. 3, 2, 1. All right. Done with those. And we got our curtsy lunges next. Should have a nice juicy pump here today. All right, curtsy lunges. 3, 2, 1. So we're stepping back and diagonal, pushing off the ground, whole foot, squeezing those glutes. We'll really feel it primarily in the glutes, but also in those quads, because we are still pushing off the ground with our whole foot. So we are going to be activating our quads a little bit, but it does depend. The focus will change. So if you are more upright in that curtsy lunge, you're going to feel it more in your quads. But if your chest is forward more, you're going to feel that more in your glutes. So it's all about our foot placement and our chest placement is going to change up how we feel that movement. 3, 2, 1. And we are done with the circuit. Nice job, nice job. Go ahead and get a sip of water if you need it. We're gonna make our way onto the ground for our cool down. We're gonna start off on the hands and our knees. We're gonna do my 2 favorite stretches today. First one, we're gonna do some quadruped rocking, but we're gonna do that hip adductor stretch. So foot straight out to the side like a kickstand. The arch of your foot is in line with the knee that's on the ground. We're gonna tuck that pelvis. Nice big deep belly breath. Bring the glutes towards the heels. And then exhale, squeeze the glute, come back up. So we're gonna hold at the bottom for about 2 to 3 seconds. And then we squeeze the glutes and return to our hands. So let's go ahead and do that 2 more times. And last one on this side, wherever we're at. Awesome. So when we finish that last one, we can go ahead and switch over to the other side. So foot straight out to the side like a kickstand. Arch is in line with our knee. Pinky toe stays on the ground, tucking that pelvis, bringing the glutes towards the heels. Big deep breath, exhaling, squeeze that glute and come back up. We're staying down for about 2 to 3 seconds. You can even stay longer if that feels good, depending on how tight your hips are today. We got 2 more. And last one. Exhaling, returning onto the hands. All right, last, actually we might have time for 2 more things today. So what we're gonna do next here, we're gonna take our left arm, still on the hands and knees, threading it in between the right arm and the right leg, head onto the ground, push the back of the hand into the ground, pull away with your upper back. Big deep breaths into the chest, inhaling, feeling our upper back expand, getting that stretch right underneath the shoulder blade. And let's go ahead and do one more big inhale here. And on the exhale, we can return that hand under our shoulder. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now right hand in between the left arm and the left leg, push the back of the hand into the ground, pulling away with our upper back. Feeling that stretch right underneath our shoulder blade. We're inhaling nice and deep, feeling that upper back expand. Sighing away the tension we feel in our back today. And one more big inhale. And on the exhale, we can bring that hand back under our shoulder. And finally here, what we can do to end out, we can relax a little bit. Let's go ahead and take those knees a little bit wider than hip width. Sink those hips back, walk our hands out, forehead, shoulder, cheek to the ground for some child's pose. We're gonna do 3 big deep breaths here. We want the exhale to be longer than the inhale. It's gonna calm our heart rate down, calm our central nervous system down, and we can kick into that rest and digest so we can be ready to go to eat breakfast and get on with the rest of our days. Let's do one more big deep breath here. And once you finish that exhale, feel free to stay down in that child's pose, or you can return to seated, kneeling, or standing. That's going to be all the time I have for you all this morning. So thank you so much for joining me. We do have Exercise with Exos today with me at 12, so definitely join us there. We do also have dance with John today at 12:30, so right after Exercise with Exos. And then we do also have 2 stretch breaks, one at 11, one at 2:30, both with Luis. And then abs, core, and mobility later tonight at 4:30 with Brittany. So we got a full schedule today. No classes tomorrow because we are off because it's a holiday. So we're going to enjoy that holiday from Autodesk tomorrow. And then, as always, we do have our step challenge going on right now. You can still register up on our SharePoint site. We do also have the Peach Invitational registration is open, so go ahead and sign up if you are in the Bay Area. Definitely sign up sooner than later. Spots will fill up fast. So thank you all again so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy your day, and I'll see you all soon.